Hi everyone, so today I'll be trying out this new stamp, die, and stencil kit that Die Press has brought to HSN ahead of the September 17th craft day. It's the Floral Sprigs die, stamp, and stencil kit. So they did send this item free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links are in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. My goodness, so thank you for using those if you would like to. Again, with YouTube and HSN, it might be embedded here in the video, just kind of where my finger is. So maybe a little shopping bag, or down here it might say like shop products, something like that. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, I love the intricacy of that. Very cool. Oh yeah, okay, so let's open this up. I'll be right back. Okay. So we have some stamps. These are acrylic stamps. We have our dies. We have the standard issue items I speak of. We have 2 sticky sheets, and essentially you do your die cuts. You put the back of the die cut facing the plastic side here. That's where the little micro fine glue dots are. Close it up. Use this little guy over the top to give it some pressure so that those dots end up on the back of your die cut, and then you can use them on your project. So you have a couple of those. There is a refill for the marquee, the die and press, cutting system. But if you do not have a marquee, and if you have another machine that cuts thin metal dies, these will definitely go through any machine that you have that cut thin metal dies. Info for your adhesive sheet, and let's look at the inspo before we look at the stencils and everything else. So it's a Stamp Desired Floral Bouquet stamp. Okay, and then use stencils and ink to color in stamps. So you have that. I mean, that's really cool. So this larger one has, looks like 4 layers to it. The smaller, thinner sprig has also 4 different layers. The greenery, the flowers, maybe some of the different flowers, so they can be a little bit different. And then, yeah, so 3 different floral colors, things like that. Same here. And then there's individual sprigs that are more like these guys. And they also have, on the same stencil, you can do the 3 different sprigs that are a little bit smaller, right? Okay, there we go. And then you die cut them. Basically, so that's what it's saying here, if you want. Or, of course, it can just be like a background, a topper, that kind of thing. It does have sentiments like sending positive vibes, enjoy every moment, you're truly wonderful, smiles just for you. Oh, smiles just for you. That's cute. Sending warm hugs. You're amazing. You're in my thoughts. And I'm just skipping around, but there are lots of kind of everyday, sweet kind of sentiments there. And this one they use 2 of them. Love layering them up. Very cute. So you have your inspo there. So let's look at these guys. And again, so you have that larger guy, and I can kind of give you an idea. I'm just going to look at, well, no, I'll grab my tool here. This guy is like 4.5 maybe by the end of this leaf here, by by about 4. So that's the larger one, and then this guy's about the same as height, but a little bit thinner. And then these other smaller guys, right? So we have the stencils for those. And then of course they are labeled here like bouquets 1, 2, 3, 4. And then border floral is the one for the tall guy. So this is the one for the individual smaller ones, right? And the dies are separate for those guys because of course they're on different stamps. You can just use the part of the stencil that works for you that you need for that area, and then you have your dies. And then the border floral is the one for the longer one, this guy. Okay, and then your large bouquet is called large bouquet, and that's the one for that guy. Alright guys, so we have that, we have our stamps, we have the dies. We're just going to jump right in. So I'm going to grab some inks, some paper, and we'll get started. So I think I'll do the larger one, so you see that one in action. The rest of them are going to be very similar, just a little smaller in design. And so I'm going to use a stamp positioner in case I need to stamp it a couple times, because I do want that to be there. Really well done. So we're going to take this big guy. And I will cut it out with the die just to give you some information on how I would cut that out. It's a big guy and it's going to look really awesome. So we have that. I'm going to use a hybrid ink pad. I am going to use water-based, inks to color over this. But if you stamp with a water-based ink and then you go in with water-based inks to, do your stenciling, you might smear your design because it's water. It's water, it's going to reactivate, right? So I'm going to use a hybrid ink. You can use an ink that's supposed to be used for watercolors if you are going to, use a water-based ink to color in with. Yeah. So let's get this guy. Most the hybrid inks do have a little more chalkiness to them than most inks, so I usually end up doing this a couple times. We'll see how it comes out. Yeah, not too bad. I feel like there's a little grayness in the very center, so I'm going to do it one more time. Lovely. And I will say with hybrid inks, you just want to let it dry, especially if you're going to go in with alcohol ink markers. Generally, you can go right in with water-based products, but either way, I'll let that dry for a second. I'm going to clean up, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So, I was going to choose colors, and I was like, red, okay, orange, okay, yeah, yellow, and green. So I just grabbed my Roy G of my inks in that order there for this one. Because there are, like I said, 3 different flower colors. Actually, there might be even more than that because some of these are on here like this, but let's see. And you can start with number 1, number 2. If you want to do like glitter paste, I usually do that one the last layer, and even if it was something that's secondary, let's say, I would wait till the end and do that, so that way you can just keep moving on, right? So this is all greenery is what it looks like to me. So if I bring this here, just looking at what we have here, lining it up with some of the greenery, and I mean that looks really good right there. I can see all these leaves and where it's just on the edge. I think in a video not too long ago I had something similar, and I heat embossed my my stamping, and the person asked why I would do that, and it's just to make it look nice. Maybe it's just another layer. It looks lovely. That's why I did that. So if you want to do, VersaFine ink or pigment ink and then heat set it with clear embossing powder or black embossing powder, whatever, gold, I mean that looks lovely too. You can definitely do that, and it just looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to take this meadow, this green. We're going to cut this, so I don't care if I end up out here on the edges. That's fine. Obviously, if this is on a card or an A2 size card, you would stamp it in a way that makes sense and then have this and maybe watch the very edges of your stencil. But for now, I'm just going to go in. And some of this greenery can be different colors. This is obviously a different flower than like what we're doing here, but I'm not going to switch that out. I'm just going to keep with the same color. Maybe I'll apply a little more heavy-handedly in some areas, and that gives a look of a different color of ink, but I'm okay with this. And I don't normally go in for like trying to completely color everything, and I try to leave it a little more organic looking. That's very pretty already. And I'll just rinse this off when the time comes. Since it's water-based, it comes right off. Let's go and put that one up. Let me get a little bit closer for you guys. I just realized I'm still a little high up here. That is really pretty. What a pretty design. Okay. I like how it's delicate and sweet and lovely. So number 2 has these little guys, and it's basically these little flowers that are just kind of in the background. Really cute little posies. So I'm just going to line that up. And as I'm lining up, I'm looking at all of them, kind of seeing where the edge is. Some of these guys, just so I have the best alignment. And those are little guys. I was thinking maybe yellow. We'll try a bright yellow because I know I'm going to go with some orange and I just want this to pop, so I'm going to grab a little bit of yellow on there. Cute. Again, just a little fun there. That's number 2. Maybe that's, the last one. Maybe you want to do glitter paste or not texture paste because obviously to cover it up. But if you want to do a glitter paste or a clear kind of sparkly stuff, you can definitely do that. I would do those last though. Let's see. Okay, on this one, there's number 3. It does have some purple, like, doesn't have some purple. It has this that to me looks like lavender is what I was trying to say. So maybe I am going to grab at least another color. Let me just grab these initial ones. Okay, right there. That looks really good. Maybe there-ish. Okay. let me grab some purple for that and I'll be right back. So, not too dark. Oh, lavender. For the lavender. There's a little bit right there too, it looks like. There's like a little piece there. And just like a little whisper of color. Okay, and then we have the bigger flowers that maybe I'll do like a, not so much red, but maybe this coral color. I don't know, I'm just thinking of colors. So go right in the center of that one. And this guy. So pretty, it's all coming together. And then our last one, let's see what this has on it. It looks like it has these big guys, I can see that. Look kind of marigoldish in my opinion. And then it has this tall flower right here. Cute, okay. Oh, and it has various centers for the this flower. I love it, okay. So, I'm going to do a couple things for that. And actually, I'm going to grab some more colors, I think, because I would like for these to be like a bluish color. So, I'll be right back. Actually, I don't have to go anywhere. Right here. I want them to be kind of soft blue. So I'll take this sky blue. Just do a little bit there, starting in the center and kind of going out towards the tip there. This one too. Just really soft colors is what I'm trying to do for those. I did stop and grab my finger daubers because I'm going to do these centers in a dark brown. So I'm just going to grab this little guy. Just fill those guys in. Nice dark brown. Looks good. And then we have this one up here that I had grabbed. Oh, orange. Let's do orange. Initially I wanted to do a Roy G. Biv kind of thing. So I do have this orange. And maybe not orange, but maybe this creamsicle color. And did I use that one on the yellow? Might have. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then just go up this way. Really get those in there. That one a little bit more. There we go. Okay, guys. I do appreciate how far apart like the different things are on here because it's easy to get in there and not get one color into the area you don't want it. That's really, really, really pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me clean up, wash off my stencils, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we have this gorgeous, I mean, die cut it with like a background die. I mean, this is beautiful matte layer die. I'm going to cut it out with this guy. And, you know, it's a full plate. I mean, I can look at this and think, I'm pretty close. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? But we want to make sure, especially because this is like our focal point. So I already made a card base. I know I usually do that with you guys, but I know the stenciling took a while, so I just sped this part up. Standard A2 size piece of paper. I cut it at 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2, so it opens this way. A beautiful matte layer of this really pretty color. I just thought it coordinated real well with what I had there. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. If you want a whole one, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 by 5 1/4 are nice sizings, you know, for matte layers. I like it to be a little close, so that's why I like it for that. And then I thought, you know what? I was thinking maybe run this through some gold paper for a drop shadow, but it's also going to pretend to act like our little mask here or our guiding window. But I think I'm going to use blue. I thought that would be really pretty behind there. So I'm going to open this up. This is a big boy, so I'm giving myself some space here to actually make this window. I usually look for an area that's more flat. I don't know if this one really has a space like that for me, but I will definitely put quite a bit, maybe here. There you go. Put a nice piece of tape on that. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine and I'll be right back. So we're going to remove this. Do not remove the tape or your die itself. I will probably clean it out though, but look at that. Look how delicate that's going to be. Awesome. So let me take a moment to clean this guy out and really just poke all these little bits out. We don't want them there, so we get a nice cut. And I'll be right back. So I'm going to keep that because I'm going to use that for a drop shadow. I am probably going to trim a little bit off of this. That way I can actually put some tape on this that'll help me hold this to my paper. A little bit closer here. So we're going to open this up. Do not remove that. And now it's going to help you see exactly where you're cutting. And it is right on there. So good thing I didn't just kind of chance it. It might move a little bit while you're die cutting, but at least you have a much better idea of where you're putting it than if you had just kind of gone for it, you know? So that's pretty good. I'm going to push this right back down. Make sure that falls right back into the same gap that you would want it to, like right where it came out of. And I'm going to put quite a bit of tape so that doesn't move. And then I'll trim it down a little bit smaller so I can get it through my marquee. The paper, you know, this extra bit here. And I'll show you what that looks like. So yeah, I'm just going to trim this down. And this is just some heavyweight paper I had in my stash. It's nothing special. Okay. I'll run this guy through and I will be right back. Okay guys, I just taped that down really well, so let's maybe remove from the back here. Delicate, delicate, be careful. Alright. And let's see, hopefully, yeah, I mean, wow. I can't, like, wow, how pretty is that? Sometimes when I do that, the second piece, the piece of paper kind of leaves a little residue on your die cut. You just kind of pull that off. It's just because it kind of cuts into it again the second time that you run it through. So it just leaves a little bit for some reason. Look at that. Okay, so let me make sure all the little pieces that need to be out. I mean, it's even more delicate. Look at down here. Gorgeous. I love that so much. I mean, look at this. They're like little guys over here. I think that's everything. Nope, there's one more here to cut out. Wow, lovely. And you can see they're all like that. They all have that delicate nature to them. So let me clean up just a little bit. We're going to stamp our sentiment and all that, and then I'll see how I want to drop shadow this guy. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have these beautiful things, and we have this. You know, depending on how I want to drop shadow, I'm trying to see where I want to put my sentiment. Something like that. Maybe even just in this corner. I mean, you can go straight up and down right here. Wherever it is. Oh, and there's still another little bit here. Oh my gosh. Actually, there's a few more bits right here and like right here and right here that still make it even more delicate. Wow. Okay. I think I got him, but then I just saw one right here. If you look on the back, you'll be able to see if there's any other little cut lines that you're just missing. Super delicate and beautiful. Okay. Just trying to decide how I want to stick this together. Okay, so I'm going to stick this together so it's to the left and up a little bit. So let's just get some glue on this guy. And, you know, just all over. Just go in here. And thanks for hanging in there with me. I'll probably just do this real quick. I was going to pause, but you know what? We're almost done. So just all around there. Getting some glue wherever. And like I said, it's to the left and a little bit up. I know it's hard to tell, but it's a little bit higher up and then to the left. Okay, I'm going to hold that down and I'll be right back. Pick it up and put it on here to kind of look at it again. I think I'm going to stamp up here. And smiles just for you, sending warm hugs, sending positive vibes. Enjoy every moment. Let's do that. And I'm going to put this on a stamp positioner because I am going to use my water-based inks for the sentiment, and I just want to make sure with acrylic stamps that it's just going to hold on and maybe I have to stamp it a couple times. So enjoy every moment. That looks pretty straight to me, so I'm going to go with some blue. So I get my blue out. It might be so dark that it looks black, but I think you'll be able to see that it's blue. So there's that one. Sorry guys, I let this go out of my hand and it like smacked down. So I'll do it one more time, although it looks really, really good. Just want to get that a little bit more blue. Yeah, sorry about that. It kind of fell in my hand and just made a not so pleasant sound. Gorgeous. Okay, let me clean up. And I'm just going to glue this onto my card, okay? So I'm just going to glue that down and I'll be right back. It's just flattening that out. And we'll just take this gorgeous thing. I mean, you can pop it up however you like. Kind of was going to have it like here. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down flat. So again, just like I did before, glue, glue, glue all over the back, and then I'll just pop it on there and hold it down, okay? So I'll be back. Okay guys, and again, you know, I just love the design. I mean, it looks really full and rich and so much detail, and you saw how quickly it was to get the stencils going on that, so wow. So thank you so much, Diamond Precious Things Items for review. I'll have images coming up, guys. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. I'm just blown away. So pretty. All right, bye now.